Cockroaches. Motherfucking Freeman. Bad guy. Play. You know. Come on. It's the cartel. Hey, Tony Martin. Tony Martin. Tony Martin. Tony Martin. Think about my ear. Tony Martin. Tony Martin. Tony Martin.
I'm about to cut the Porsche. Tony Montana. Tony Montana. What's good, man? We back on this KC's Corner NinerGang remix. Shout out to everybody under the sound of my voice. It's your boy KC at IamKDiddy on Twitter and Instagram. Ice Cold, whatever you want to call me. You know what I mean? Today on the NinerGang remix, I got a special guest, the day one homie, 916 Sacramento stand up. My man, Brandon Bush in the building. What's good, man?
What's going on, boy?
It was good. You know, I had to get my man on here.
Appreciate
He definitely
the
down with the NinerGang. You know what I mean? Been down since day one, right? I used to think you was a Raider fan, though, man. What's up with that?
Never been no Raider fan, man.
You sure?
I've always been a Niner fan, man. Never.
All right. I believe that. So, you know, I had to get you on. Been trying to get you on for a couple weeks because, you know, and anybody hears the nonsense in the background, you know, we shooting this on location. I got the garbage truck out here. I'm not feeling that, but, you know, don't worry about all that. We good. But anyway, I had to get you on because it's getting real crucial in the Niner season right now, man. It's getting real crucial. Just off top, overall synopsis, what you thinking about the 2014 Niners?
Man, kind of scary right now, man. I know we've been having a lot of, health issues on the defense, and a couple bad play calls on the offensive side of the ball, But it's kind of crazy right now, man. I'm just hoping and wishing that we go ahead and get to the playoffs at this point.
No, okay, so right now with me, if you ask me, the MVP of the team thus far, we're 5-4 right now. We should be 7-2. We shouldn't have lost the Bears game. We shouldn't have lost the Rams game.
Shouldn't have.
Hopefully that don't harm us. But the MVP of this team, of this organization right now, in my opinion, is Vic Fangio.
Yeah, no doubt.
Defensive coordinator, best defensive coordinator in the game. He didn't took these backups and these rookies, and he got them clicking. He got them clicking right now, man. I mean, that's my MVP. Who you got so far as your MVP?
I would have to agree with you too as well. I have to say Vic, man. He's been doing a great job with the defense. Especially with all the injuries that's been happening to our secondary and our linebacking core. And him putting in rookies and unknown players. And making it work. It's crazy. It's a good look. And I appreciate what he's been doing for the organization and on that defensive side of the ball.
Right. So, the big news this week, it's the gift and the curse. You get 99. 99 is back.
Yes, sir.
That boy 99 is back.
Yes, sir.
Doing his thing. But we also lost Hall of Famer to be number 52, Patrick Willis, for the season. What do you see, first of all, what do you see from Alden? You think he'd be able to jump right back in, do his thing? Is there going to be an adjustment period? Or what you see from Alden?
With Alden sitting out 9 games, it's going to be an adjustment period. And the reason why I say it's going to be an adjustment period is because I don't know if he's well conditioned for an actual football game. You can be practice ready, but game time ready is going to be a little bit more different. So hopefully he'll be back and ready to go ahead and pick up where he left off last year.
Well, you already know. I mean, you play a little football out there. CK McClatchy, stand up. Coach Fiker, stand up. We lost the bill. That's not a stand up. You know what I mean? So, you know what it is? I mean, isn't it? I understand that there's an adjustment period, but is there really that much of an adjustment period for a lineman like that? It's not like they're running routes or anything like that. Like, his job is to go get the quarterback.
It won't take long. It won't be a long process, but it's going to be a process, though.
So you think in this first game he's going to be a little rusty?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm hoping he picks up where he left off. But
why would he be rusty? Explain this to me. His job is to go get the quarterback.
I mean, hey, like I told you.
What is he rusty about?
Practice in game situations is totally different.
Practice
man.
What? You see the run, you stop the run. You see the quarterback, you go get the quarterback. What is he rusty about? There's no timing going on here.
We got to make sure his head is right. We got to make sure his head is right. We got to make sure he's focused, and we got to make sure that he's going to be able to go ahead and go get that quarterback.
Alden's head is right, man. I don't think that's an issue at all, man. Alden his mind is right. He's all right. You know what I'm saying? I think 99 will be fine. Losing 52. What's your thoughts about that,
I mean, you know, it was a big blow, but I mean, at the end of the day, Chris Borland has been playing his head off, so
Woo!
I can't be mad at the young
rookie.
the young rook. I can't be mad at that, man. He came in, he stepped in, and he's been doing fantastic. It's a ball hawk.
Did you watch him in Wisconsin?
No, I did not. I did not watch him
I
at
saw him
Wisconsin.
once or twice, but I didn't never envision.
I didn't know he was this.
I
I
mean,
didn't know he was this nice.
Pick.
Yeah,
he was a third round pick, so
yeah,
it's not like your
yeah.
first round pick. But you know, he been doing his thing, man. What I like about Borland, what he does is, yeah, he's not the biggest guy. Yeah, he's maybe not the fastest guy when you talk about a 40, but Chris Borland, when he sees something and he makes a decision, he commits 100% to it.
Yes.
So if he's got a guy right there that he's about to tackle, he commits 100% to stopping that ball and to stopping that.
Oh yeah,
ball
he's a big time tackler. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about how many times. I think he's leading the league or like somewhere in the top. You know what I'm saying? Top spot.
League, but in the last 2 weeks he got 35 tackles.
Yeah, so I know he's doing his thing. Yeah, it is.
Games.
So I mean, you know, with Patrick Willis being out, I mean, yeah, it's a big blow for us. You know, but at the same time, when you got somebody that comes in and plays as well as he's been playing and adjusting to, you know, the NFL life, you know, as far as on that field goes, he's actually been doing a good job. So I'm not mad at that.
Yeah, you know, you never want to lose a Hall of Famer.
No,
that's
not
never
at
a
all.
good thing. But between Borland and let's not forget Will Hoyt. I thought
Yeah,
Will Hoyt
he's
been doing
playing.
cool
Yeah, he's been
too.
playing good.
You know what I'm saying? And hopefully maybe getting Bo back. You know what I'm saying? Maybe early December, something like that. You know, everything is starting to slide into place. Now, looks like T. Brock is going to be out this game, and Jimmy Ward going to be out this coming game, man. I don't like the secondary.
The secondary's always been suspect.
Year.
Yeah, it's always been suspect with the secondary. I mean, we've been adjusting and putting people in and taking people out of the lineup. So, I mean, at the end of the day, that's going to be probably like our biggest hole to fill right now is on that secondary.
Well, look, speaking of your boy, and I mean that in the total opposite way, your boy, P. Cox, has been balling out this year. You can't stand Paris Cox.
I don't know.
Is he gonna get some love now? What's up?
He's been playing a hell of a good, you know, football this year.
P. Cox is balling.
He is. He definitely is. He surprised me. I mean, because last year, I mean, it was just all bad last year,
It
man.
wasn't all bad last year, man. You gotta let P. Cox do his thing, man.
Man, look, man, I'm a hard-nosed guy, man. You know what I'm saying? You got to come in and make plays, man. You can't make plays and you get burnt on routes. You know, you got to sit your butt on the bench, man. That's all there is to it.
Well, he's better than last year, but I didn't think he was that bad last year.
Nah, he was horrible last year, man. He was horrible last year.
So yeah, Peacock's doing his thing. I actually thought, talking about somebody who's been horrible. I thought Culley's been horrible all year, but I thought on Sunday against the Saints, I thought he had a pretty good game.
Well, I mean, he's had an up and down season. You know, he's been in and out of the lineup. You know, another guy that's you know played a good job last year for us. You know.
Well, he did play a good job last year, even though he didn't play last year.
Oh, I mean, you know. Was it the year before?
Yeah, it was the
year before.
That was an ACL injury last year. He
Yeah,
did a great
ACL,
job.
okay,
He did a great job last year being on the IR.
Well, the year before last year, he played, you know, I thought decent ball. Not enough to be a starter, but, you know, to come in and play the nickel back,
Well,
you
now
know, or
he's a
something like
starter.
that.
Do you think he's starter capable out here?
We'll see. We'll see what happens after his injury, man.
Culley been sus this year, man, but he did play good on Sunday. But he been sus, man. I'm not crazy about Culley right now.
I'm really not crazy about him neither. Like I said, you know, I mean, I kind of was mad about some of the defensive players that we lost last year. You know, I was a big Carlos Rogers fan.
Oh,
you
you're
know.
the only one, man.
Nah, man, Carlos
You're the only
Rogers. I
one.
mean, he played cool for us last year. You know,
He played all right last year
you
to the
know,
NFC Championship game.
Of course, the hitman.
To the NFC Championship game.
The hitman, he came in. He was doing his thing too as well. You know, I think Bethea, you know, he's cool.
Bethea is balling. No, Bethea is balling.
I mean,
Bethea is balling.
let me ask you a question. Then.
Bethea.
Who would you
Bethea. Bethea is balling, and he's better in coverage.
Better coverage corner, yes, or safety. I'll give you that.
Bethea is balling.
I'll give you that. I mean, like I told you, the secondary's been our wink link, man. You know, and I've seen teams attack us in the air. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we got to figure it out and we got to make some adjustments, man. So that way we can go ahead and get back to playing Niners football.
Well, look, here's the thing that I see going forward into the season and for the rest of the season. You know, when you talk about being attacked in the air or whatever. Obviously, we got Vic the God, Vic Fangio.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna out-coach Vic Fangio. My favorite line, and I keep saying it, me and you can start at linebacker or in the secondary, and Vic Fangio would have us in the Pro Bowl. Period. He's just that good. He puts people where they're supposed to be.
That's dope.
But here's the thing, and why I feel a little more confident than maybe I did in the past. That Saints one was huge. We needed that win big time.
Of course.
That was a huge win. Now, if you look at the back half of the schedule, you've got a New York Giants. You got a Oakland Raiders. You got a Washington Redskins. You got Seattle twice. You got Drew Stanton with Arizona. Who in that group is going to just torch the Niners? RG3? No. Russell Wilson? No.
I mean, hey, look, man.
Who's going to torch the Niners?
I'm not going to say torch, but, those are games that you can't sleep on.
Of course you can't. Well, at 5-4, you can't sleep on no games. Every game is a play. I keep telling people, we're playing a college football season right now, 5-4. You got to win damn near every game if you want to win the division. Yeah, and if you want to make a playoff push, you might be able to lose one game.
I agree with you. But, they can't lose any more games from here on out. And neither one of those. I would say, even though the back half of the schedule is kind of suspect and it's kind of weak, any of those games could be games that the other team could possibly win, which I hope it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Right. We've seen how the Niners played so far, with Kaepernick fumbling on the 1-yard line against the Rams. That was huge. We should have won that game. So there's a lot of things that need to be done, that you can't take a lot of these other teams for granted, So, I mean, like you said, I think we can go ahead and me personally win out the rest. We might lose one of those games.
They can run the table.
I think they can run the table, too, as well,
Now, this is a good segue. Because I think we've gone back and forth about this, and this is the question I pretty much got to ask anybody that comes on the NinerGang podcast, because there is some kind of division, and there be slander out here. Colin Kaepernick, your thoughts?
Man, Cap, that's my guy. I love him as a quarterback, man. You know what I'm saying? But he looks lost out there sometimes, man. He looks like he's like a deer in the headlights. Sometimes he looks like he's all the way there, he's focused, and there's other times where he sits back and he drops back and he looks like he's scared for his life. And I don't know if it's because of the offensive line
Maybe
or what.
He is scared for his life. The offensive line's been trash. They played great on Sunday. I got to give him a shout out. All my guys on the offensive line played great.
Yeah, they did.
But he has been scared for his life. Against St. Louis, he was scared for his life.
Yeah, he definitely
8 sacks.
But I mean, like I said, man, I think Cap, man, like I said, overall he's a top 10 quarterback in the league. He just needs to sit back and relax a little bit, man. You know what I'm saying? Let the game come to him. And I think that, on the offensive side of the ball, the offensive coordinator, I think they need to start calling some more, read option plays for him too as well.
That's what I feel too. I was saying that last week, and they did that a little bit at the beginning of the Saints game. They need to introduce that read option concept.
Yes.
Whether you run the read option, play action out of the read option. Like get back to that look that they had in 2012. They got to let Cap be dynamic. Cap is a playmaker.
He definitely is.
They talking about pocket passer. Yeah, you want to get better in the pocket. You can't just live on the run. We all understand that. But let's not forget, this is a one of one.
Yes.
There is one Colin Kaepernick out here in these streets.
True.
He is a dynamic playmaker, and you need to let that dynamic playmaker be a dynamic playmaker.
And I think that's, where the offensive coordinator and Jim Harbaugh have to come together and realize the fact that, we can't create Colin Kaepernick a pocket passer. He's a quarterback. He's a mobile quarterback, so he needs to be on the run. He needs that read option, set it up for the play action pass, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, they need to get back to that old Niner, way of the way they were doing things. And hopefully, by this Saints game, hopefully Jim's seen that, and hopefully the offensive coordinator and the staff have seen that, and hopefully they go back to it.
I mean, the 4th and 10 was a perfect example. I mean, Colin Kaepernick, there might be...
that was a hell of a play.
There might be 2-3 quarterbacks in the league who make that play.
Yeah, I can agree with you.
Maybe Aaron Rodgers.
I can agree with you.
Maybe Brady, but I don't know if Brady's escaping the pocket like Kaepernick.
Nah, Brady's not fast enough to
Maybe Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson would be able to probably do something like that.
Maybe.
Healthy RG3 would have been able to do that.
I don't know if RG3 can throw that ball 65 yards in the air like that on a line. It wasn't no Hail Mary.
Nah, it definitely wasn't.
This dude Cap threw it on a line 60 yards in the air.
Yeah, I mean, he's been making a lot of noise with that pass, because like you said, that could have been a season-ending, play right there.
Season right there.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I thought it was over.
I did too.
After the 3 drops, 2 by Anquan, 1 by Crab, I was like, 4th and 10.
Forget about it. Yeah, I can definitely agree with you on that one.
I thought it was over.
I thought it was over with too. Yes, he did. He definitely did, man. I was hype about it too.
That brings up another good point. What you think about Crabtree right now, man?
Crabtree is not living up to the expectations of being a first-round draft pick, man.
You hear him complaining earlier this week about, I'm a number 3 receiver now?
No, I didn't hear about that. I did not. But I mean, Crabtree has to understand his role. I mean, honestly, Brendan Lloyd has been playing a lot better. You know what I'm saying? Than he has, and even Stevie. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Stevie Johnson fan. Been one when he played for Buffalo. You know what I'm saying? He's another Northern California dude. So,
Stevie.
Stevie, keep doing your thing. You've been a big help to Cap. You know what I'm saying, for catching everything that's been thrown your way. It seems like so. I mean, like I said, Crabtree has to realize, hey, look here, man. This is a deep Niners receiving core, and everybody's been pretty much stepping up. Besides these last couple games with drop passes, but overall, I mean, right now, my personal opinion, yeah, he could be a third down or third string runner or receiver.
And see, I think he's better than that. But Crab needs to just shut up and
play.
Go out there, get open, catch the ball,
Yeah.
and be a playmaker.
Yes.
Everybody in the Niner organization, the fan base, we was all hyped for Crab coming into this season. We was like, he's going to have his Achilles back.
Yeah.
He got a year under him. He done worked harder than ever. He's about to go off.
Yes.
And I've just seen mediocre Crabtree all year. Some of that, people might say some of that is on Cap. He's missed him a few times or whatever. But I've seen Crabtree get the ball and not do anything from time to time.
True.
You know what I'm saying? I've seen Crabtree drop more balls than I've ever seen him drop in his career.
I'd
you
say
know what I
that.
mean?
I'd agree.
So in certain situations, yeah, maybe the play calling, maybe the substitution pattern, maybe the passes from Cap or the lack of them. But at sometimes you just got to look in the mirror.
Yep.
You'll be like, what am I doing everything that I can do right now?
This
you know
is
what I'm
true.
saying?
This is true.
So I need Crab. I want Crab. I need King Crab to come do his thing, man, because we're not going to get nowhere if we don't have him in the fold, man.
I mean, he needs to. He needs to be, I hate to say it, but he needs to be a Des Bryant right now. You know what I'm saying?
He's a beast.
He's a beast.
Up the X right now
Yeah,
because
he's been doing his thing. So, I mean, but Crab, he needs to go ahead and get back to where he was once before. You know what I'm saying? He needs to understand that, he needs to go ahead and do better route running. He definitely needs to go ahead and catch, with his hands and pretty much do his thing like he's been doing when he first came into the league, So hopefully he gets back to it, and goes from there.
Here's the thing I'm thinking right now with this team. I feel like the Rams game is atrocious as it was offensively.
Oh, it was horrible.
I feel like that was rock bottom for this team. They weren't all the way back on Sunday, against the Saints. But they did better. They got back to committing to the run. Things got better. I feel like the Rams game was rock bottom. I feel like from this point out, they're going to gradually get better. I hope to see Vernon Davis get back into the Vernon Davis.
Oh, man, that's another subject in itself, man.
It definitely is, and it's been said a lot. So I'm gonna stall Vernon out because I got respect for what he's done for this organization.
You can't stall him out.
I'm gonna stall him out because
we all see
it. We all see it. We all see what's going on.
No, he needs to know about this. He needs.
I've been talking about it for 2 weeks. We've been talking about it for 2 weeks. We already know. We
stop
see
catching the ball with your body, boy. Catch it with your hands, man.
We see it.
Be that big playmaker you once was before, man.
I'm gonna stall Vernon out.
I'm just gonna do it. I can't stall him out.
We've been saying it for the past 2-3 weeks.
I can't stall Vernon out.
So I'm gonna stall him out on this one.
I can't.
Well, go ahead. Tell him about it. Vernon might listen to this. You go ahead. Tell him about it.
No, I'm saying he can't. He can't. You know what I'm saying? Vernon needs to stop. You know what I'm saying? Playing soft. You know what I'm saying? He needs to get out there and make some more plays like he's been doing for this organization. He has been a Hall of Fame tight end for us. But he needs to get back to that. He's been playing real soft. Hasn't been running his routes correctly. Been catching the ball with his body. He's not going up and getting the ball out of the air. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he needs to get it together, man. I don't know if it's because of lack of conditioning, because he does look a little suspect out there. I'm not going to stall him out. He needs to know.
It hurts me to see Vernon like this because I got love for Vernon.
I got love for Vernon, too.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't no scrub, man.
No,
but he's playing like a scrub, and it hurts for me to see this. It hurts for me to see this. So I say all that to say, if we get Vernon back the way we're supposed to be, if Crab gets on the same page, if everybody gets on the same page for these last 7-8 games, I think the offense is I think they're about to really pick it up a little bit.
They need to, man.
I think, like I said, the Rams game was rock bottom. I think they're about to pick it up a little bit. This Sunday against the Giants. Should be a win, but it's on the road. It's in New York. You're flying cross country. 10 o'clock start. What you think is going to happen?
I mean, it's going to be, in my personal opinion, a hard-fought game, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you don't know what type of Giants team we're going to get on Sunday. We don't know if we're going to get the Super Bowl Eli, in the tough defense, or we're going to get the soft Eli where he throws picks and, creates turnovers for the other team to where, the other team wins. So, I mean, it just depends, man. The Giants go as Eli goes. You know what I'm saying? And as far as, the Niners, man, I mean, if they get back to the old formula, you know what I'm saying, of what they did against the Saints in the first half of the game, yeah, we can definitely go ahead and go to New York and win this game.
That reminds me, I want to see more Carlos Hyde out there.
I want to see more Carlos Hyde, too, man.
I want to see Frank get the ball, of course. I need to see 21 getting it.
Carlos Hyde's a beast, man.
They need to get Carlos more involved.
Still of the draft, man.
He's getting like 3 or 4 touches a game. I need that up to about 5, 6, 7 touches a game.
I agree with you, man.
Give him a rock, give him on a screen or something like that.
Carlos is that man. He's a big dude. He's a smash mouth runner. You know what I'm saying? He gets out there and does his thing. No disrespect to Frank, 'cause I'm a big Frank Gore fan.
Frank gonna get the majority of it.
Yeah, definitely.
he's still a feature back. We just want Carlos to get some more looks.
I mean, like I said, man, as long as Carlos gets the looks, you know what I'm saying, and the Niners, run the ball and they get back to, running the read option, and that good thing, they're going to be a tough team to beat. You know what I'm saying? And they can definitely go to the Giants, and they can definitely beat them, you know what I'm saying, at least 21-14 or 27-14. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal opinion about it. I think they can go ahead and do it.
Yeah, man. I see it as well. I see this one being, like I said, anybody knows me. Ain't no disrespect. Every game you got to be ready to play.
Oh, of course.
Can't look past nobody.
No, not at all.
But the Niners should win this game by 10 to 14 points. And like you said, I see them putting up about 27 points.
Oh, yeah, I see it too.
27, maybe a 30 spot on them.
I definitely see it too.
Should be a game where in the fourth quarter we're comfortable.
I hope so.
If we handle business, we should be comfortable.
And the reason why I say that is, we just got them playing the Saints last Sunday, on the East Coast time. We had a 10 o'clock game, and, this time around again, just the same thing. We got a 10 o'clock game against the Giants again. And hopefully, the way they can build off that momentum of last week's win, even though it was a controversial win, you know what I'm saying, especially at the end of that play call.
Wasn't no controversy. Soft-ass Jimmy Graham pushed off.
He did. He definitely did that. But,
Jimmy Graham, look, I respect what he does on the field. I respect him as an athlete.
Oh, he's a beast.
But he's soft as wet toilet paper tissue. Yeah, I don't want to see him flexing. I don't want to see him talking about, oh, this is why I got out of basketball, because you can't touch you don't ever touch nobody, Jimmy Graham.
Nah, not at all.
So you just need to shut the hell up.
If he went ahead and went a little bit lower than the shoulder pads, maybe in the rib area, you know what I'm saying, I can probably agree and be like, okay, look, man, he got away with it. You know what I'm saying?
He's too soft to do that anyway.
He probably is. But like I said, man, it's gonna be a hard fought game in New York, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think that, definitely the Niners can go ahead and beat them. And like I said, I'm giving them a 27 spot for real. I think they can go ahead and put up 27 against the Giants defense, man. They haven't really showed me anything. They're coming off of a tough loss. They lose last week too.
Yeah, they lost to
Seattle, so it's going to be a tough loss, and you play another tough NFC West team, so they're going to have their problems.
Okay. The prospect for the whole year. I'm going to try and get you on again, but if I don't get you on, I need you on the record right now. What do you think's going to happen in February? Where are we going to be at in February?
February, man, if everything goes well, and I mean health-wise and, the change of the play call on the offense, man, I can honestly see the Niners getting back into the Super Bowl, man. It has to happen. I can see it happening. I'm not just saying that because I'm a big Niners fan. I'm talking about all the obstacles we faced this year, from the play calling to unhealthy unhealthy players. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get back. As long as everybody's coming back, we're coming back at the right time of the year. Everything's starting to gel together. You know what I'm saying? So we just need everybody to step it up.
Right.
And we'll be right back there in the Super Bowl, man. Just my personal opinion about it. Seattle, we coming for you. You're not the same team that you once was last year and the year before that.
Man.
So we're going to go ahead and definitely get to them. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see anybody else in the NFC, man, that's going to even remotely close to be, to beating us around this time of year.
I think you got to respect Green Bay.
Oh, of course you got to respect Green Bay, but I think we have Green Bay's number.
Yeah, they don't have the defense to stop Kaepernick.
No, they don't.
And they don't have the corners to stop the wide receiving core.
No, not at all.
You got to give respect to Philly and what they do on offense.
Definitely
but
Philly.
Once again, they don't have the defense.
But that's only if they have Mark Sanchez, man. I think Mark Sanchez is playing good. I mean,
he's playing good, but even then. First of all, Vic Fangio. First of all,
yeah.
Second of all, they don't have the defense to stop the Niners.
No, they definitely don't. They definitely don't.
So that's
like I said, I respect some of them NFC teams, but as far as actually outright just beating us, they're gonna have a problem, man. Yeah. And I think that everybody's starting to realize that we're starting to come together.
Right.
And when you come together this late in the season, this is where teams mostly drop off. This is where a lot of teams get hurt. And things of that nature, big-time players are out for the year or, for a couple games and things like that. So
and we're getting healthy.
So, I mean, that's the plus about it.
Here's the thing that I feel about the Niners and why I'm so confident in them. I feel their A game beats anybody else's A game.
Of course.
When they're on point offensively and defensively, they're better than anybody else at their peak offensively.
Of course, I have to agree with you on that one.
So definitely. At least in the NFC, some people might say Denver or New England can match up. Okay, that's fine. We'll worry about that in February. But in the NFC, the Niners' A game is better than anybody else's A game.
Oh, we're going back to the Super Bowl. We're going back.
Real quick, my G. This is what I like to do when I have the homies on. I'm gonna give you a couple minutes. You can speak about anything you want in the world. You can speak about Love and Hip Hop. You can speak about Kim Kardashian. You know what I mean? You can speak about whatever. You got 2 minutes. Say whatever you want.
I really don't have too much to say, man, because I could really go on a long rant. You know what I'm saying, with the BS that I've been seeing lately with Love and Hip Hop. But nah, man.
Leave Kim alone.
Like we had the text message discussion last night.
I'm gonna just tell you right now. Leave Kim alone.
I will not leave her alone, man. She is a attention whore. I hate to say it. and this was another way of her getting back into the spotlight.
She was already in the spotlight.
Her stuff was starting. It was starting to fizz out, man.
What do you mean it was starting to fizz out? She was just in the spotlight the other day.
Keep your clothes on. You look a lot better with your clothes on, man. I respect that. Hey, keep your clothes on.
The human body is a beautiful thing.
It is a beautiful thing, but there's a time and place for that, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your kids to look back on this. You know what I'm saying? This is something that she should have shared with her and her husband, Kanye, man. This shouldn't have been leaked out to the world. I mean, she's like her mother,
It wasn't leaked. She did a photo
shoot. Still. It was going to get out regardless.
Yeah, because she wanted it. Like, it was a photo shoot. It's not something that got leaked.
Kim K, keep your clothes on. That's all I got to say.
All right.
Young Berg, stop smashing on these chicks, man. Stop beating these chicks up in public.
Young Berg is such a sucker. I can't stand that dude, man.
Why you don't like Young Berg?
Man, he's just this whole aura when I'm watching the show. Even before that whole thing I heard with him hitting on Malaysia or whatever, just this whole aura on the show. He's such a sucker, man.
You think so?
Yeah, Young Berg is a sucker.
So you think that him and Soulja Boy shouldn't have been a part of the Love and Hip Hop, series?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, nobody on there is really putting in work as far as making records, except for maybe Maybach O. But
and I mean, he's looking kind of slow right now too, man. It don't seem like anything's really moving in his direction as far
quiet
as
as kept. I like Maybach.
Oh yeah, I love him too, man.
Maybach O be coming out with a hit every year or so, every year and a half. He'll come out with a hit, man.
I think him and Ray J is like the only two, man, that's really, you know what I'm saying, that's worth, talking about as far as, on the, music aspect of it.
I agree. Although Young Berg is a producer.
He's a producer.
So
yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give him
I don't know exactly what he has and hasn't produced, so I can't speak on that. But I know as an artist, he's trash.
I think everybody agrees with you, man. I think that, Young Berg should never go ahead and cut a record ever again in life. Stick to producing, homie. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're good at. You know what I'm saying? You can't rap. So, just do that. You know what I'm saying? But, how do you feel about the whole little Love and Hip Hop situation, man? Do you feel like, TV's, being monopolized by, this trash that they're showing on television, man? Or how do you feel about this?
I mean, yeah, there is. But people always talk about, Love and Hip Hop and all that other stuff. You got options. There's like 300 channels on cable. Like, you don't have to watch Love and Hip Hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, I watch it because it's
something to talk about, man.
I mean, even then, I just watch it.
It's entertainment, man.
It's entertainment. But, when I want to be enlightened, maybe I'll read a book, or if I have to watch TV, I'll watch something else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to watch Love and Hip Hop. There's people got options. They always want to complain like, oh, they're showing this trash on TV. Well, there's always been trash on TV. You got options. You don't have to watch it if you don't want to.
So how do you feel about the females being on there? With Malaysia, Hazel E, and
I mean all the females,
Masika
all the females except for Emily B. Maybe just because I got a crush on her. They've all looked like ridiculous on Love and Hip Hop. Chrissy too. Chrissy was okay too. But other than that, they all be looking crazy and ridiculous. It's a bad look for them, but they do what they do. My man, we'll have to talk about Love and Hip Hop another day. We're gonna have to get up out of here, man.
Appreciate you, man, for having me on the show.
I just found out that the song was playing the whole time. So anybody that heard Tony Montana the whole time, sorry about that. So, yeah. Yeah, I mean,
it was playing in the background?
Yeah, just for about 3 minutes.
Oh, okay. Was it hella loud or not?
We'll find out when we listen to it.
Well, I mean, if you want to get me back on the show, man, hey, look, man, I'm with you. So whenever you want to go ahead and do this, I'm with it 110. Just let me know ahead of time so I can get myself, ready. I'm
gonna get you on the national show too, where we talk about everything.
This is fun, man.
We're gonna rap.
Oh, this is fun, bro. I appreciate that, my dude.
I appreciate it, family.
All right, buddy.
All right, fam. Y'all be good. Tell a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend. NinerGang.
Yes,
We're gonna
sir.
be doing this.
We out here.
100.